really talking about PS?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of a tangent off of what's going on with the PSN debacle, but the fact that they blamed Anonymous so without evidence just kind of irks me because. And Anonymous came out with an official press release and everything, and we're like, yeah, this is completely not us, and Sony's just trying to like peddle us onto this so that they look like a better person. Because once they shift the blame, they're completely free to go, and they can be like, look at those bad guys, like here we're on your side on this thing, like oh god, screw them. But really, like, it's completely uncharacteristic of Anonymous, and you know the fact that they said it too and just listed out everything that they're showing that it's just a bunch of shenanigans. Like they need to release that, and then with the what else got hacked recently?
Square Enix did actually.
Yeah, like everybody's beginning to be like, oh, it's those Anonymous bitches again. Like they're at it again, but it's just that's not their style at all. Especially considering like taking people's credit cards
encryption
information.
that what killed.
Oh yeah.
What killed the beast?
Yeah.
It was encryption that killed the beast.
I blame Julian Assange.
PSN.
But
I just really dislike their response to everything.
Well, they have always had a problem with communicating. Customer service just.
well, I mean, what kind of customer service do you expect when you're not paying for anything?
Very true.
I paid
Very
$600
true.
for the PS3.
If you were one of those,
If you were an idiot and
exactly. I didn't want to call anyone like that. I didn't want to call anyone out like that.
But I mean, I expect quality customer service anyway because that brings your customers, brings loyal customers. Like Geek has one of the best customer services original. Yeah, like anytime you talk to them, they're really chill. There's no bullshit bureaucracy involved. That's the kind of thing you should expect from any company.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's why you have things like the Better Business Bureau because these people just want to screw you over constantly.
That is quite true. But would you then expect a company as large as Sony to have as good customer
I'd expect
service?
it more so.
Even better.
They've got a reputation.
I don't know. To be fair,
But I mean,
I've called Microsoft customer service for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Fucking smooth.
Really? Because
Yes.
it's terrible for me.
No, it's
I've
been
had terrible
so
experiences.
smooth. They've been ridiculous. Even when I ask ridiculously stupid questions, they're like, "You're an idiot, but it's okay. We're here to help."
Most of the time when I'm on the phone with Microsoft, it's me telling them they're an idiot and they have no idea what they're talking about. It seems like everything's outsourced too, so it's just,
See,
am I speaking to
you got the
like,
Pakistan. I got the Las Vegas call.
that's the problem. I gotta get your number, whatever
I
you're
know.
calling.
You got those slick dealers.
I got the Midwest call center. That's what it was.
Hey, no problem. We
Hey,
got
I
it.
got Fonzie.
Why does Microsoft have the
We're gonna give you gold. We got it.
the better people dealing with you?
As with the customer service?
Yeah. Because I got Rebecca twice, and they were just like, all right, we'll send you a new console.
But I think that goes with any company. Like you really can't predict. It's all on who you get.
That's true.
It's kind of a coin toss when it comes to customer service. Like I'll like just because I had a good experience with Microsoft doesn't mean I'm going to be like, well, they're so much better than PS3 when it comes to customer service.
It's hit or miss, really.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that sort of thing.
But even on a larger scale, Sony's always had this problem. Like PlayStation 1 had the discrete errors.
Yes.
So did PlayStation 2. And Sony said nothing about that ever, despite there being obviously discrete error problems. And even besides that, like the PSP had all these sorts of hilarious issues, like the UMD flying out, the square button
What?
not working.
Wait.
You guys don't remember these
What
fly out?
systems did you have? Like, wait.
What
knock on
PSP
wood.
turned into a Decepticon?
Yes! Guys,
My system
Never.
any of my Sony systems have never had a problem.
I mean, I know about the PS1, obviously, I know about PS2. The UMD flying out, I've never.
You know, I heard about that though.
this is all stuff that was fixed in time for the American release.
Wow.
Blame the Cube.
I can't imagine playing the
All these machines are coming
Oh my god, that's insane. Where's my game going? My game just took off. What's going on?
My game went into space. I want my money back.
It's not just Sony though. When a problem happens to a company, they never really own up to it.
Red Ring that took a while. I mean, it wasn't until they had so many systems sold where users were like, "Yo, I got this Red Ring," that they actually addressed the issue.
But if you were waiting for Sony to
They did
respond-
address the issue. To be fair
Yes.
to Microsoft, they're like, "All right, bring it in. We'll fix it for
Send
you."
you the coffin.
Yeah. But it's hard to bitch about customer service for anything. I mean,
Customer service is different from when a company actually announces some sort of like thought out PR release for something. So like,
But PSN, they were pretty quick when it came to the PSN issue.
were they 3 weeks? Is pretty
It's
quick.
still, no, not even 3 weeks. It's like almost a
Well,
month
SOE
already.
was a lot longer.
I mean, I don't know.
You talk about the initial response.
I mean, I think in general, like in terms of a huge company like that,
No, I think
they waited. I think I mean
They've addressed it incorrectly because they started out with like, okay, yeah, it was something internal, and then it said, oh no, it was anonymous.
But you got to look at how a large company like that works, because having worked for a huge company, like even the higher ups sometimes don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
So you really have to wait until you know all the facts before you can really release a statement saying
But
this is what it
same
is.
thing. Like, shouldn't they wait before they release statements saying before? Like,
Well, but
they already. They
no,
announced
because you
beforehand.
have to address in some way that there is an issue.
Right.
So I mean, I kind of feel where they're going with that. It's like, yeah, something's going on. We can't say definitively what it is.
Right.
And I'm sure that pissed some
there
people
was rumor
off, but you kind of got
beforehand
to play
that they
devil's
were-
advocate for this one.
The rumor beforehand was that they were messing around with PSN because of the recent hacks. Because they, for Sony, I think Sony should be proud of their system that, it's been like 6 years and their system has been like hack proof, like up until like last year.
Did they leave everything in plain text, except for the credit card information?
That was it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think they even
encryption.
admitted that they left all your information in plain text, which who does that?
That was totally Sony's fault for doing it.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
totally
And
wrong.
also, when it comes to people's credit cards information, I don't know about everyone else, but I want to be monitoring my bank accounts after that.
Yeah.
So I should be privy to that information, so I can make the decision that now, whereas like if I look and I'm like, oh shit, there's like thousands of dollars gone here, when I could have been checking it and possibly cancel my credit card after the first suspicious transaction. So that's why it's important for them. Like it's pretty much like a negligent parent almost, because you really have to tell us what's going on so we know what to do at that point. That's what I think was bad about not saying it earlier, because we're now at risk, we're now at danger. Like it's no longer like keeping the company, like saying something really appropriate. It's more about like we need to take care of our shit. So before you figure out your shit, just let us know so we can be doing
That's what
things
they
on our
didn't do.
part.
But if
That's
you
what
come out
I'm
and
saying.
say it.
But at the same time, if you're a large company like that and you still don't know exactly how many people have been affected, you don't want to say, hey guys, maybe 20 million people got their credit card numbers hacked. You don't want to come out and say that until you have the facts.
That's true, but at the same time, you could say there may be a
There may
risk
have been a risk.
for this to
Exactly.
happen.
Exactly.
If you feel you are nervous enough, you go check it out. Because then at that point, it's like it's on you. We have our obligations. We told you what may or may not be going
But I
on.
thought they did that.
Now it's on you.
They did
A little
after
too
the
late.
fact. After the fact.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah, exactly.
So they were, all right, that's fair. They were the Bush to the Katrina.
2 weeks later, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, we're going to respond to the.
Wonder what they were reading to those kids. Oh, that's something different.
But then now,
Yeah.
is there any way for them to regain your trust, or even in a stretch, is there any way for them to save face?
I don't think it matters. I think PS3 people, it doesn't matter. Like, gamers are crack addicts, man. Like, as long as they get their PSN back,
That's true.
they're going to be like,
That's true.
all right, this
Yeah.
big plan.
That's true.
have they announced what they're giving back? Because I know they said
I heard
They said a 3
month
month
of
PlayStation
Plus.
Plus. And
Yeah.
a bunch of downloads they're going to
Yeah.
give you.
that they have.
which I mean
Which is standard. I was guessing they were going to do something like that. Like pretty much buying off your
Fortunate party
customers.
gifts.
Yeah.
But I would think that was weeks ago. Now we're entering month 2 now. So I don't know how
Has it
what
really
they're
been 2
gonna.
months?
It's almost no.
It's a
I mean, we're entering
It's a
month 2.
free service.
No. I agree.
Like, I don't understand how so many people can bitch and like feel like they're entitled to
I don't even play
It's a
PSN, so I
free
can't-
service.
I
Go
can't
play.
discuss it.
Go
I
pay
can't
for
discuss
Xbox Live.
right.
I'm not concerned about the credit card and all my other information.
No,
being
that's
leaked. Yeah.
completely valid. But to expect for
If you have Plus,
for Sony
that's a
to be
different
like,
story.
here's some free stuff.
Not even plus.
Well, I mean, they're
because
gonna
there are
reimburse you
people.
for all
There are
the
people
days
that
that you
actually
haven't
buy. There are people who actually buy like with PSN, like with home. People buy outfit for their avatar, which I think is crazy.
Yes.
You know, like anything anything you buy anything virtual is just ridiculous. It's just me. It's me. I don't want to buy a suit for my avatar character.
Just you.
No. I'm pretty sure it's more. I'm just saying, from my standpoint, I'm not into like buying avatar shit.
Playing dress up.
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like when it comes to these sort of issues, like I think the only people who should really be reimbursed who are given some sort of credit are the people it actually affects. Like, if your credit card number was hacked and some asshole stole like $1,000 thing, then Sony should be like, hey man, we fucked up. Here's what we're going to offer you. But for all these people who haven't been affected by the issue, to be like, all right, yeah, what are we going to get for free? Like, that's what's wrong with society. I mean, that's a huge argument. But in general, I think that it's a bullshit argument. Like, you can't expect something from a free service that got hacked when you really haven't even been affected by it. Right. Like, I have PSN. I've been monitoring my bank. I actually monitor my bank account. Go figure. Nothing's missing.
Did you put your credit card number from?
Yeah. I mean, it's saved, man.
I had to get LastPass after that because
I don't have
my
any
passwords
purchases.
are all released now.
I don't have any invalid purchases from Aruba. Like, my shit's fine. And I'm not like, oh, fucking Sony. What are they going to give me for free?
What I'm curious though is whether Sony will try to reimburse any, say, developers or anything that sell stuff exclusively on PSN, because now they can't make money.
That is a whole different. Yeah, that's a valid argument. That's a whole different issue.
The Arcana Heart people, right? Whoever they are, like
Yes,
Yeah.
the few that they put out to that, and then they put out like the 3 arcade machines.
Well, no, if you're making your bread and butter off the PSN, then that's a whole different story.
Right.
Then you shouldn't be like, hey Sony. Kind of
I mean, like Sony hasn't said anything publicly, as far as I know, about that.
Well, but I'm sure they're working independently with those guys. Like the thing is, if there's no need for Sony to really address it to the public. When you're dealing with those companies individually, like, I don't know, it's really like it's none of my business what they're going to pay some guy who got screwed with the whole PSN.
Do you want some more drinks?